Welcome back to Surviving in Alabama, guys. Today I'm going to talk about one of the most overlooked things when it comes to deer hunting. So, what do deer need? Well, they need nutrients, they need food, they need cover, and one of the big things that people overlook is water. All right, so if you don't have a good water source on wherever it is you're going to be hunting, I challenge you to put a bucket of water out where you're going to be hunting. Now, this is actually this is the second time I've actually put water out for deer. I'm going to tell you a quick story. Years and years ago, this is probably 12 years ago or so, I had a bucket of water just like what you just saw me set down. It's just a 5-gallon bucket, and it's what I watered my dogs with. And I had 2 outside dogs. And so we were going through an extreme drought, and behind where I lived, there was a lot of thick cover, and some good deer lived in that thick cover. But the extreme drought was pushing them out to go find water. And one day I walked outside just in time to see there was 3 deer standing there, and one of them, I actually physically saw it drinking my dog's water. So I was like, they got to have water too, just like you and I. So what I did was I put a bucket of water out closer to the wood line just for them, and hey, they were on it. They were on just a 5-gallon bucket of water. If I had a big water trough, like a big water tank, I would probably put that back here too. But a 5-gallon bucket of water, you can change it in and out, keep it clean. It's easy, you know, just have to keep a check on it. And when it starts getting lower, if it got dirty or whatever, you can just wash it out, put in some new water, and set it down for them. All right, there's my camera placement right there. And there is water. And there's a mineral salt block right there. Now, as you can see all the greenery through here, it's not like they don't have anything to eat. So I'm not actually feeding them yet. Very soon will be the time to start putting out corn or record rack, buck rack, whatever it is you want to feed your deer. Pretty soon, I'm in the southeast, I'm in central Alabama. It is not time for corn yet. Although if you might be up in Canada or something like that, then yeah, probably is. However, with all that they have to eat here, we have been dry for a while, and we are going through like almost drought conditions right now. And I do have some pictures of deer on the salt block, and the deer during the summer months and into the early fall, salt works pretty well. I put this is just a piece of a salt block because I took one block and I took a sledgehammer to it and busted it up into pieces. And I've got 4 locations out around where I have salt out for them. However, I got to thinking back about the time that the deer were looking for water. And I was like, hey, now is the time. And that's a very much overlooked thing that people just do not think about is, how can I get the deer a source of water? I don't have a pond or whatever. Well, I saw it with my own eyes. Deer will drink out of a 5-gallon bucket. So we're going to put this out here. I've got the camera on it, and in a later video, another video, I'll get some pictures of, see if I can get one actually snapped while they are drinking out of this bucket. I know they'll do it. So if you see right here, there's my little tractor. When I got ready to drive down here, my mule wouldn't start, and I know what happened. I had salt in the back of the bed of it, and I was filling up this bucket of water, and I got water all mixed in with that salt, and I was kind of washing it out. Well, the salt water washed down on top of the magneto that makes spark for the engine, and I know that salt water did it. I don't know if it actually corroded it. Just a matter of minutes. But you know, salt water and electronics don't mix. So I don't know if I ruined it or not. I'm gonna have to. I really didn't need another thing to work on around here, but it is what it is. I'll have to go back and fix that. Back to the video. This is the deer trail right here, and it comes just like this. The camera's set up just off trail, and it goes, and you can see the deer trail goes back up in that way. When you follow the deer trail out, right here where it comes out in this power line. So there's the power line right here. This is where I'm gonna be hunting. I'm gonna be hunting up in one of those trees right there during bow season. I'm gonna put me a ladder stand up in there and see if I can camouflage it up. But during rifle season comes, I'll have a shooting house, which I'm gonna probably work on today. And I'll be sitting up there on that hill in the far, you see that? That's where I'll be. And the reason that I've set this camera up in here, this trail there is being heavily used. And that is a rub right there. And that's last year's rub. And there's another rub right over there. I don't know if you can see that in the distance. Let's go look at it. So we're only about 15 yards from that other rub. And you see where the deer's rubbed on this tree. Front and back. That's 2 years in a row. That was 3 years ago. No, I'm sorry. That was 2 years ago. And that was last year right there. And the deer trail actually winds around and goes out and actually crosses the road over there. There's a road in the distance. I don't know if you can see it or not, but they'll cross that road right there. So I'm just getting you something to think about. This is August. This is the last week of August, and the deer need water. And if you want to have deer on your spot, and I am not a deer expert, please do not take me as being an expert. I am not. There are far more people, way more knowledgeable than I am. I just know what I've seen and what I've done. And I think one of the overlooked things that people just goes out of their mind, they just, deer walking through the woods, well, they get hot and they need water too. They need water in the winter. So think about that when you're getting ready to set up your spot. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time, and God bless.